Hey there Seeker, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading. I'm going to be back with you face to face really soon. I have been pretty sick over the last week, so I'm still recovering but finally feeling much better. Guys, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps the videos go further in an algorithm that's not really that supportive of small channels like myself. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, all the links that you need are below the video should you want to follow my social media. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and on TikTok. Also the link to my website should you want to arrange a personal reading, you can do that as well. Also have the info on the decks that I use and the music on my tracks as well, as I often get asked about that. So let's go to your reading, guys. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now. Hi there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to your weekly intuitive reading for April 19th to the 25th. Virgo, I want to see what's on the cards for you potentially if this is your reading. I've actually got the two oracles right here from the Work Your Light deck. Next I'll be going to the Moonchild Tarot for a lead tarot energy, and I use the classic Rider-Waite-Smith and the Starchild Tarot Akashic for the tarot positions. But let's jump in. Trust your path, Virgo. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Interesting question. And that is for me about if you knew you didn't have the limitations, like money wasn't a factor, age, location, your perceived intelligence level, what would you do with your life? Because often, we're really just placing those limitations on ourselves. Sometimes it's the ego because it wants to keep us safe by keeping us limited, because then we don't have to go through change, fear of the unknown and upheaval and things like that. So maybe it's time to begin looking from a new perspective, from beyond the limitations. This is also an energy of you, if you have started to embrace change in your life or take small steps in a new direction, then it's time to trust that path, because just maybe, Virgo, you're getting quite close to a gateway, a portal, it's sort of a quantum leap in those changes that's going to kind of change your direction in some way. And I've got Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Well, the High Priestess in the tarot leads from his or her intuition, High Priest or Priestess, instinct, and from sacred knowledge, being guided by that as well. So, you might be being called to step up and lead in your life, being called to power, being called to leadership, being called to parenthood, being called to, a different purpose in life. And it's really saying feel into your intuition, because there will be guidance there for you to direct you onto this path. Interesting energy, Virgo. Let's get your lead tarot energy. From Virgo, I was in the full swing of the first two cards and realised that the camera had stopped. It's always the way. Okay, let's try and pick up where we left off. Right, we're starting with the Three of Wands and the Five of Cups. Fives in tarot for me are a point of change. They are also a conflict point. 5 is between the 1 and the 10, between new beginnings and endings. So it is the actions that we take in the moment of the middle, the now, the 5 energy, the point of change, that determine your future, your destiny. And the situation that you find yourself in now was created from the decisions and the actions that you've taken in the past. Now, in this 5 of Cups, I see somebody who's lamenting the losses. There could have been a series of failed relationships or that haven't given you the emotional connection that you wanted. There could have been a series of what you deem to be business failures, a series of dead-end jobs. There has been a series of disappointments or abandoned projects and dreams here. Disappointments and abandoned dreams. However, we get a certain way into life, and if we have had this kind of pattern going on, we start expecting it. We start thinking that that is our lot, our luck. But I ask you, what part in that have you played, Virgo? How have you been calling that in? Have you been operating in the same way? Have you not been bringing change to your circumstances to shift your energy, to shift your reality? That's the work of the magician. Anyway, when we do get stuck in that kind of disappointment, and we start to kind of, vibrate at that frequency, we kind of get stuck in the negativity, stuck in the lack, stuck in the loss. But there are opportunities that want to come through for you, Virgo, but it's asking you to shake off the old and bring change to your energy in order to accept them. The first step, like with that Four of Cups energy, is we have disengaged our energy from the situation we're in, but it's time to actually take inspired action. The Three of Wands is somebody who's disconnected from where they are, but the difference between the Four of Cups is that they are just getting ready to take a big leap, a big step over the line. Because they're committed to change and they're all in with their energy, they can already feel the successes on the horizon. So it's a card of getting ready to really create the new, to really, really manifest here. Now I've got that with the Chariot, Cancer, number 7 in the Major Arcana, and the Magician, number 1. Yeah, the only person who can change it is you. Now, I don't know if I said this before the camera cut off, I think I did, but I've been doing tarot for a while, guys, and I obviously do a lot of personal readings, and it is interesting how many people come to me and say that they're wishing external circumstances would change and shift around them so they don't have to initiate change, so they don't have to end that relationship, so that it's taken care of for them. That is when we are wishing the Tower moments on ourselves, which is an act of grace and love from the universe because it's about realigning you. But if you were just to be the magician, have the strength and courage to transform your own situation, you could be living your best life much more quickly. You could get to the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups because you are having the strength and courage to shift and change things. So the magician is about living as the alchemist, changing your internal reality to shift your external realm. So it begins with a level up of positivity, of getting out of this kind of funk here through, really feeling what it's like to have what you want or be in the reality you want. That's where the true manifestation is. It's not enough just to think, I want to be in 10 of Cups, happy ever after, high vibrational living 5D. We need to be that now, otherwise we're not vibrating at the frequency to call it in. So you have everything you need. You have the power within you to do that. You are magic. You are magic. So the Chariot says, are you willing to leave the comfort zone of the Four of Cups to claim your victory? Some of you might need to leave a place, a physical location, a comfy job that's providing financially but is not giving you the joy, satisfaction or progression that you desire. And for some of you, it's a relationship. It's become the comfort zone, even if it's not giving us what we want in the higher levels of life and living, higher levels of consciousness, higher levels of connection. It's become what we know, and there's a part of us that believes it's our lot, right? To claim that victory, need to make a clear, aligned decision and take the inspired action. The Chariot is pulled by, the two sphinxes here, and they're sort of angled in different directions, and they stand for the two minds, the duality, the, weighing it up and maybe going in one direction and then the other. When we make a clear, aligned decision, that stone Chariot, which is only pulled by the Magician's wand, your intention, can move forward at pace. So it's really time to really bring clear intention and thought to your situations. What's coming through here. The block is the fear, Four of Pentacles, it is a holding on energy. It's a feeling of scarcity. If I leave this job, relationship, place, will there really be anything better out there for me? Maybe this is just it. But, you know, there is abundance in many different shapes and forms for everybody. It comes to those people that are willing to shift things in order to go and receive it, to find it. The Four of Pentacles also says, what are you willing to release or let go of in order to get to the next stage? How are you playing small, and what can you do to liberate yourself? And sometimes it's also about being willing to be a bit vulnerable, to open the heart. Sometimes we kind of shut our energy off just to kind of play small so that we don't, you know, get hurt, so that we don't have to live in the fears. But the 9 of 10 of Cups reality is calling you, Virgo. This is the card of wish fulfillment. This is the card for me of high vibrational living, calling in your happy ever after, however that looks for you. Generally, it's like maybe your family, whatever shape that takes for you, home, comfy roof over your head, maybe a connection to nature or the place that you really love. Hey, it might be in the middle of the, you know, metropolitan environment if you really love doing that. All of the emotional connection, joy, love, happiness, harmony, and resources at your disposal. Yeah, so this is the energy that is kind of surrounding you and saying that it is available, but what are you willing to do to get it, Virgo? And I see that there is some decisions that need to be made. The Lovers, number 6, Gemini, and the Major Arcana, it can mean that, you know, you're dealing with soul partnership here, some changes in that, but it's also a card of choice and big choices around matters of the heart. And generally it asks you to choose wisely, because with the Lovers, we often need to disappoint someone, to hurt someone, maybe in order to balance our karmic scales and to receive what we truly are desiring. Sometimes we're just at the end of the road in a situation, and, you know, in order for us to go off and do what we really feel we are called up to do, priest and priestess energy, what we're called to do, we do need to make hard decisions. The 3 of Pentacles for me is about making it happen. So we talked about this bigger dream with the 4 of Cups that you've been manifesting, that's on your heart, but you know, you weren't moving towards because you were kind of in the space in between, the complacency. The 3 of Pentacles, excuse me, the 3 of Pentacles is making it happen, realizing the dream, making it solid, making it stable, right? It is the creative number 3, but here we see it in the Pentacle, which is actually happening. That manifestation, that magic is actually happening. Maybe you're finally attracting the people that you need to make it happen. If it's in work and business, maybe you are going off and doing some study, some learning and development. It can be that as well, you know, coming together with like-minded people, being that apprentice of life again, and really putting that plan into action. And when we do that, you know, when we keep our end of the bargain and we actually make it happen. Oh, I like this too. Oh, and there goes the Fool. Wow. That's when we get our energy back, we get our enthusiasm back, we start moving towards passion and purpose again. We start feeling content, we start feeling like our wishes are kind of happening. And it all comes through taking a bold leap, you know, starting to trust the path and walk it, starting to journey in alignment with our instincts. So there you go, Virgo. I see a fresh new start here, a guided fresh new start towards much growth and much purpose to the person who is willing to potentially make some hard decisions and move away from some comfort zones that may be blocking it. Okay, Virgo, well, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, may or may not be for you. Drop me a comment if you're called to share, guys. I do read them all and try my best to communicate with you all over there as well. helps me get to know you guys, connect with your energy, and see what's happening out there in the collective. Has been a pleasure to read your cards, Virgo. I will see you back here for another one very soon. Bye for now.